Welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons Online, the B side, or the pay-to-play side. We are stranded in the Isle of Dread. There are two groups to help here, both of which eventually, hopefully, lead us to getting out of this Isle of Dread. Let's go talk to some characters. Alright, so I think these characters here don't really pertain to any particular story arc. You can pick them up in any order. So I've got a pixie looking for help in an Ettercap tree. Tar pits. And Copra Ruin. I think these can be done in any order. Now, I might not necessarily be hunting them down right now, but I do want to pick them up in case I encounter their quest entrance on the way to a different quest. So in the meantime, let's start this chain over here. Oxy of Tanaroa. Wants to speak to Anaka here. With that, we're asked to investigate a rampaging dinosaur. Ow! Alright, so the entrance to the rest of the Isle of Dread is here on the north side of the village. That's where we're heading. Alright, this island is incredibly large. I honestly... Oh, it looks like we might be hitting a few quests before we get to the one we just picked up, so... I'm going to highlight the Turbo Tar Pits, and that'll show up on my map as the smaller one. In fact, I'm going to go into my quest log here and highlight that quest. This island is rather large, so I might not show, unlike other areas I've done, I might not show the entire traversal. I might simply skip to key moments, maybe highlight on the map. Ooh, goodness, this guy hurts. Here we are. Alright, travel with tar pits. So immediately we are at a disadvantage. Our pact makes us deal fire damage, and everything in here has some sort of fire stuff to it. we only have one potion of resist fire. This is gonna be fun. Thank goodness we still had a Larithor hireling contract. Alright, let's proceed.
Someone within the Tar Ogre tribe has been harnessing the power of the nearby tar pits to create monsters. It must be stopped. This tablet is carved with crude ogreish runes. It looks to be a sort of journal kept by the High Shaman.
A man covered in shadows appeared in my home today. He made me an offer. Knowledge to control the bubbling tar of our home as a weapon, and in exchange he would ask of us a favor in the future. Of course I took the offer immediately. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. One-way halt. Ow, my ankles.
A trio of charred skeletons pull themselves out of the tar and wordlessly attack.
Oh, shoot. Okay, I might have to disable my pact. Oh, I'm sorry, Larithor. You're gonna have to... Really? They're not taking any damage from that. Larithor, get your butt out of the tar. Why did I not buff myself?
The last of the tar bone trio collapses back into bones. As you take a moment to look around the room, you spy a small cave opening. Perhaps you can crawl through it to escape from this pit.
Alright, we did all that for experience.
This bubbling tar pit is strewn with rocks that can be jumped across, though falling in is not recommended.
Falling in is not recommended. Case in point, ow. Also, whatever the heck Larethor is doing. And another tablet. The shadowy stranger contacted me now that we have elementals under our command. He wishes for us to attack the other villages nearby. I have no care for humans, so I see no problem with this arrangement. Ah.
An even larger tar pit blocks the way forward. The tar surges fiercely, causing rocks to surface, then submerge. Jumping across is possible, though dangerous.
Alright, if anyone has ever played a Mega Man, the structure might seem familiar. Bad. Am I going? Oh, I don't like that lag when I jump. Let's see. I don't think Larethor has revived yet. Or he's dead. No. And I don't think he's in any spot to get my stone either. So... Well, this is awkward. Ah. Touch the shrine. Probably should have done that before I set foot out there. Alright. Alright, I gotta do all that again.
An even larger tar pit blocks the way forward. The tar surges fiercely, causing rocks to surface, then submerge. Jumping across is possible, though dangerous.
Alright, given my lag situation, I'm gonna go this way. I'm glad there's a second way around.
A large gateway blocks passage here, held shut by a sturdy lock. There should be a key somewhere nearby.
Alright, key is this way.
You spot a well-armored ogre with a key hanging from its neck. It spots you as well, and charges. After defeating the gatekeeper,
Ow.
you grab the key from around its neck. The locked gate will no longer be a problem.
With the techniques provided by the Shadowy Stranger, I have easily created an army of elementals. The raw primal energies of the tar pits have always been something I wished to use, but had no ability to do so. I will continue using my newfound power and create the most potent creatures the island has ever seen. Alright, now if we'd been able to do this whole puzzle, we would just been able to skip that whole segment. I always forget which direction I need to go here. Well, at least it's a ladder.
Startled by your sudden appearance, the High Shaman's consort scrambles to attack.
My experiments have gone well. Larger and more potent elementals have been created, but I still struggle to control them fully. I refuse to stop now. I will create the largest and most powerful. I will control them. Chest. Charming goggles of spawn. We need evocation more for our Eldritch Blasts. I'm getting really annoyed having to turn that on and off so much. Did I miss a tablet? No, doesn't look like it. Oh, it's up
Chanting
here.
before a druidic altar is the Tar tribe's High Shaman. As the chant completes, monstrosities made of tar and flame rise and attack. With the High Shaman defeated, the Tar tribe won't be able to create more of these monstrosities. for now.
My greatest creations are finally under control. The whole island shall know the sting of the Tar tribe. The villages will be destroyed, and our end of the bargain will be completed. The humans have no hope. Ooh, nice. Meh. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and take level. Warlock. Charisma. These four look fine. Next. Ooh, we get a feat. +1 fortitude saving throws. That's the only one we can take. Spells. We get to pick one level 2 spell. So honestly, I don't like the look of any of these. Actually, no, hang on. I'll go ahead and take Dispel Magic, but I think I'm gonna stop here for now. I've had a long day. I'll record the rest of this tomorrow night before bed. Alright, I'm back. Alright, the next dungeon on our path to investigating the wild thing. Spiders and flies, it says. Where's that in the quest log? There it is. The Ettercap tree. Alright, I'll cut back probably when I get up there. Oop. Speaking of Ettercap. Fullbeer, ow, you hurt. Alright, what do I get? Meh. Alright, I think it's safe to say we're at the part of the game where I'm actually having trouble.
Dense webs enshroud the base of this huge exotic tree.
Alright.
The interior of this vast tree is obviously inhabited, and the inhabitants are not pleased to see you.
Look at that, they got a little table.
The center of the tree has been transformed into a vast multi-level complex. guards rush forward to stop your incursion.
I honestly forget which way I need to go. Alright.
You hear the unexpected sound of chimes up ahead.
Oh, I forget what I'm supposed to do
Figures
here.
crowd around a strange device in the center of the room. Oddly passive spiders stand in the shadows just beyond. Yet, before you can interpret this strange scene, you find yourself under attack. Nearby spiders grow restless, no longer lulled by the chimes. Roused from their torpor, some of the spiders attack. The pattern of the chime. You hear the restless shuffle of spiders nearby. You hear the restless shuffle of spiders nearby.
Dang it.
Roused from their torpor, some of the spiders attack. The chimes soothe the spiders nearby.
In the last war.
Alright. I think I see what you're supposed to be doing here. It's probably easier just to do this.
No longer lulled by the chimes, the nearby spiders grow restless. No longer lulled by the chimes.
Rebuff.
Agitated spiders scuttle out and attack.
Yep. Oh, that guy.
You hear high-pitched voices calling for help from somewhere ahead. Anxious pixies, imprisoned by webs, beg you to free them from their bonds.
Alrighty then. There's a hidden door nearby. Oh. 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 Well, I don't have knock, so we're gonna pass that up. Eight to go.
3 different pathways converge in this chamber. A draft of fresher air comes from the lower path.
Oh, there's a ramp there. Okay, I can go back. I think I missed a few. Yay. What's this way? I just went around on a loop, didn't I? Oh, yep. Sure did. Alright, what's this way? Hey, a shrine. Don't quite need it yet. Oh, that's a big one.
Thanks to your help, the local pixies are now safer. Though none is truly safe on the savage Isle of Dread. You found those responsible for capturing the pixies. Time to teach them a lesson.
I already did. Alright, so from here, the next quest is just north of us. Oh boy. Alright. Let's go investigate a rampage.
Some large creature has wreaked havoc on the surrounding landscape. An islander surveys the felled trees and crushed huts. No doubt he's the tracker you were sent to find.
Yo. Dinosaurs. Rampage. Locoweed. What's locoweed? Makes dinosaurs freak out. Got it.
You find a bowl nestled in the grass. There's some kind of sticky, fragrant liquid at the bottom of the bowl. Based on the dirt that still clings to its roots, this tree was knocked over quite recently.
That's about all we can find from here, if I recall.
A hideous creature commands a group of marauders below. The marauders seem to be brewing something over the campfire.
No, my charisma. Co-brew message. The humans are becoming harder to collect. We must lure them out into the wild close to us. If the beasts were to go on a destructive rampage, then the humans would send bands of hunters out into the wilderness to stop them. We could then collect them easily. This should be simple. We need not even use our mind control. Potion craft should suffice. Note that did not take up our investigation for the Ankylosaurus. Don't step in the water.
As you splash into the water, something in the pond responds.
Or do step into the water. Get webbed.
You spot a patch of what the islanders call locoweed. Looking closely, you can see a spot where some of the plants have been harvested with a sharp knife. The work of a person, not a grazing animal. You spot large dinosaur prints in the mud. The beast was moving quite rapidly. Someone made camp here quite recently. Based on the pots scattered nearby, you conclude that someone had been brewing something over the campfire.
Yep, and it wasn't stew. Ow. So, that was progress. I think this way doubles back to, yeah, those two. Alright. There's our ransack.
You see the deranged Ankylosaurus pacing near the huge tree nearby. It seems upset.
Oh, right. Bosses are...
Put the beast out of its misery, ending its rampage.
I forget that bosses are immune to crowd control effects. Oh, hey, rough cut armor. I can't wear this, but that would be good for another character. So I'll have to put that in the bank. Insightful dodge and insightful fortification. Dang. And a heavy crossbow. Eh. Alright. Alright. So let's turn these in. Nothing I'm particularly excited to see. I'll take the dagger. Out of the tar pits we get a heavy crossbow. But again, nothing I'm particularly interested in seeing. And from Anaka we get more crossbows. Nope. That was 3 quests, so that's gonna have to do it for today. When I come back, more questing. Until then, have a good day. Alright, I'm gonna have to use this. Ooh. Dying Sapphire. That might come in handy. Alright, level 8 for the Artificer. 22. Click all the things. Oh, we actually get one more point now. Let's start upping our jump. Class feat. Let's go ahead and take Quicken Spell. Yeah. Oh yeah, because that resets our defender as well. And here, I do want to start working towards automated repairs.